Behind this door was one of my favorite projects, but also my biggest regret. I'm sure you can relate. Let me set this up for a second. I love doing auctions and I love finding interesting things, and this by far was the most interesting thing I ever found at an auction. Yeah, it's a super cool F-16 Thunderbird's jet electric golf cart. Apparently in the 70s or 80s, the Air Force made a bunch of these little jets to help in recruiting. They were brought out at parades to show up everywhere. I was able to find out they made at least 17 for the Wisconsin Air Force Recruiting Center. The original ones were made out of gas, but I think they used to get too hot and some may have caught on fire. They did not like that look, so they switched them all over to electric. I know of one that sold at a Barrett-Jackson charity auction for 28 grand. Crazy numbers, right? And then there's this sweet one outside the Indiana Air National Guard's 122nd Fighter Wing, and I only assume a couple were destroyed over the years. So when two came up for auction in 2018, I wanted one. But in hindsight, I should have wanted both. I didn't have the money, I didn't have a big enough trailer, I didn't have a truck, I didn't have a lot of things, and I was lucky to just grab this one. I had to pick it up at John Glenn Airport outside of Columbus, Ohio, so I grabbed a buddy with a truck and a trailer and we went to go pick it up. It was definitely in pretty rough shape from being unused, moved, and probably thrown around for the past 20 years or so. Tons of damaged fiberglass, flat tires, no batteries, and general deterioration. Once we got it home and backed it into the driveway, everybody loved it. Kids, neighbors, I thought it was super cool. There was one person that didn't like it. She doesn't like anything. That's my wife. Of course, it had to do with the amount of space it took up in the garage and how long it would take for me to get rid of it. I checked out the motor and took it out of the thing and cleaned up the contacts, the points. Electric motors are pretty easy. Cleaned the contacts and then checked it with a jumper box that I had for the car. And the thing was starting to work really well. Now, where I ran into trouble was the batteries. It took like 8 12-volt batteries or something like that. It was going to be like $800, $900, especially because I didn't have a core of the old batteries to trade in. So it was going to be really expensive. And I started realizing that, re-gel coating it and getting a better paint job that it deserved was going to cost more money. And at the time, I did not have the resources to get this all done. Unfortunately, it did seem like I was getting in a little over my head with this one, but I'm sure this thing would have been really cool. Check out the controls on this. Forward, reverse, just like a golf cart, key, brakes here, throttle, right here, and then the steering is just controls the wheel. If you get the wheel down below there, straight up. So watch. So go ahead, Rye, back up and show a little bit from distance. Right, get it out in the yard here. Push, 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 push. And brakes. Nice. After hearing about all the space it was taking up in the garage for a long time, I sent it back over to my buddy's house, kind of put it away, packed it away, and I quickly put it up for sale. I put a number that I thought was going to be a little ridiculous. It was 3 or 4 times what I paid for it, and I immediately got an offer. To this day, this is one that I wish I never let go. Always going to regret this one, but I'm glad you got a chance to see it. And don't miss other things that I'm fixing up, more of gas and spark related. Right now I got a lot of other projects to work on, so we can't look back in the past. We're going to look forward and check out some of the other things I've done already. And please like and subscribe to see some more crazy things that I hope to find in the future. Thank you. GoPro, stop recording.